Vegas, and it's the Golden Boy, Oskar De La Hойя, against Ricardo Mayorga, 12 rounds. It's for a super welterweight title, but it's really for a Latino showcase and a chance to see a man who hasn't fought in 20 months. This is Las Vegas, 24-hour, non-stop everything. And here on Cinco de Mayo weekend, what a way to cap it than to have these big Latino showdown between two guys who have been talking it up. Well, the ring is crowded, but that's going to change.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, Golden Boy Promotions and Don King Productions is proud to present the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the World. Sponsored by Bacardi, sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Skip Avancino Jr., Executive Director Mark Ratner, WBC President Jose Suleiman. At ringside, the three judges who will be scoring this contest on the 10-point system: Guido Cavalieri, Dwayne Ford, and Paul Smith. And inside the ring, when the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, referee Jay Nady. And now, from the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, for the sold-out thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue, official weight 153.5 pounds. Since capturing Olympic gold, he has a professional record of 37 victories, including 29 knockouts, with 4 defeats and 8 world title bouts. Tonight, he is the challenger, the former junior lightweight, former lightweight, former junior welterweight, former two-time welterweight, former two-time super welterweight, and former WBO middleweight champion of the world from East LA, the Golden Boy, Oskar De La Hойya. And his opponent, across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, official weight 153.5 pounds. His professional record consists of 27 victories, including 22 knockouts, 5 defeats with 1 draw, 1 no contest, and 2 world titles. From Managua, Nicaragua, the former undisputed welterweight champion of the world, the reigning, defending WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World, El Matador, Ricardo Mayorga.
Are all these people in the ring really necessary?
Maybe about 98% of them are not. And we'll be down to 3 very soon.
Give me the old days when the fighters came in with their trainer, the cut man, and maybe the manager. And that's it.
Vamos a trabajar, let's go to work.
The negotiating, pretty soon they'll start negotiating with their fists.
I think there could be instantaneous fireworks here. Or Mayorga could try to cross up Oskar and box a little bit.
It would seem like that possibility is there. These guys have had a lot of fireworks beforehand. Well, do you like this crowd here?
Well, you heard that passion in the introductions. Here we go.
Opening round. Mayorga comes out winging with the right hand. Left hook is blocked by De La Hoya, who tries to go to the body right away. Right hand missed by Mayorga. Now remember, he's not very disciplined, which means he can land a big shot or get caught by a big shot. He lives on the edge.
Well, forget the boxing. Mayorga is coming out bombing. He's looking for a quick KO.
Well, this could play into De La Hoya's hands, but he's missing wildly. And De La Hoya, not a guy that's been caught that much early in fights. He'll try to use this against Mayorga.
Oscar is not dancing. He's not really moving. He's right in front.
Big shot by De La Hoya. He caught him. Exactly what we're talking about, the lack of discipline by Mayorga. And now with the crowd against him and De La Hoya on him, he is the one in the danger zone. De La Hoya is a good finisher. That was no flash knockdown.
Let's see if Oscar really goes for it. He's very calm here, but you would expect that of a guy of his abilities and experience.
Well, he sent electricity through this building.
Well, he certainly sent a shockwave through the body of Mayorga.
Well, you know, Mayorga's all-or-nothing approach leads to the knockout of Forrest, which gave him the title, and it leads to that seat on the canvas moments ago. Dave Bontempo and Rich Murata with you here in Las Vegas. Big shot by De La Hoya. Mayorga hurt again. He almost went down. He's holding on for dear life. He was drilled.
That left hook really hurt Mayorga. I think he's more hurt than he was after the knockdown.
Mayorga cannot stop that left hook because his right hand is down so low. He is target practice here for De La Hoya.
Oscar is close to finishing him, but Mayorga did bounce back.
Big shots here by De La Hoya. Mayorga should be tying him up, but he instead goes for broke. And look at how open Mayorga is after he throws punches. He will just be gobbled up by the surgical precision of De La Hoya if he continues this way.
Remember, there is no 3 knockdown rule.
Mayorga, at this point, will get a moral victory to get through round 1.
He needs the bell bad.
He's 15 seconds away from it. As fireworks from De La Hoya, a 10-8 round that almost could have been 10-7. And for Mayorga, it was almost lights out.
Look, man, look. Come here. Look, man. You can knock this son of a bitch out right now. Now quit wasting time, man. Use your jab, man. Use your jab. You stand up.
Keep his hands up and watch his left hook.
Get him down.
Okay? So watch his left hook. Okay? Tell him to watch his left hook. Take his time and go to the body.
He was reckless coming out. He was looking for something big to happen for himself early. He went after Oscar and ran into that right hand, and then that tremendous left hook by Oscar. I mean, that is a beautiful textbook shot by Oscar De La Hoya. Right, now watch the left, boom.
That's vintage Oscar. That's a guy that went away and trained.
That looked to me like Mayorga. That look on the canvas was, what was that?
And he may have a big hill to climb here in round 2 because De La Hoya is coming out seeking to finish this.
Well, you heard Floyd Mayweather Sr. say to him, you can knock him out right now.
De La Hoya leaning in with the left hook. Another big left hook just missed, but he is zoning in on that left hook. De La Hoya cannot miss with that punch. Mayorga is tailor-made to receive it. His right hand is down low, and Mayorga now is going for broke, but his punches are dying in the gloves of De La Hoya.
De La Hoya is blocking those shots.
Big jab by De La Hoya. Again, the jab, and if he just jabbed a few times, it opens up the body, and then that left hook to the head. A signature De La Hoya shot in round 1. Mayorga lands a right to the body and takes a left hook to the head.
that one was closer to getting there. Oscar was a little late reacting to that right hand.
Mayorga not even close here. De La Hoya blocking everything and seeing everything. He's backing up and just taking the shots in his gloves. And he's got a defense for the one-dimensional attack of Mayorga. Mayorga needs to throw a bomb from someplace that's not traditional. That's been his way. Right hand by Mayorga, stopped by De La Hoya. Mayorga looking for room, on his feet, dancing and moving. De La Hoya moving toward him. And De La Hoya backs up. He's been blocking everything by Mayorga. Good right hand by De La Hoya.
A nice combination there. Oscar using the left hook again. Might be wise to go back to that.
Good right hand by De La Hoya. Mayorga hurt again. He stayed up somehow. He was drilled. Mayorga was tattooed with a great shot.
Look how calm De La Hoya is.
He was taking some terrific punishment and stays in.
Well, this is certainly the best Oscar De La Hoya we've seen in a long time. Knocked out by Bernard Hopkins. A disputed winner over Felix Stern. Did not look good in that fight. Beaten by Shane Mosley in a controversial decision, but really didn't look great in that fight. It's been a long time since he's looked this good. And believe me, he looks good.
It brings back memories for this 1992 Olympian and numerous champion. Into round 3 we go, suggesting a cramp or a rib or something along those lines. He's got big problems. Oscar De La Hoya in the blue, doing a number so far on Ricardo Mayorga.
Well, De La Hoya really got a chewing out from Mayweather, who felt that he just didn't follow up when he had the man hurt. Go get him, finish him off.
Well, he certainly tried in round 2 to get that done. He did everything but put Mayorga out. And there's always the concern and anxiety among trainers. Hey, you know, it's sitting right there. Get it right now. You never know. And so some urgency creeps into their voice.
Mayorga trying to go to the body now in this round. De La Hoya making him back up. Mayorga doesn't like to fight backing up. He doesn't want to be backing up.
Right hand by Mayorga. This is the round he surprised Vernon Forrest in when everything was going badly for him in 2003. And Mayorga getting braver. He's taking his shots and at least making De La Hoya react to him.
Trying to get into the fight. He hasn't been in the fight yet.
De La Hoya 37-4, 29 knockouts. Mayorga 28-5-1, 23 knockouts. He came on the scene really in 2003 with the victory over Forrest and then another one over Forrest, but then lost to Corey Spinks and Felix Trinidad.
The one thing really working against Mayorga here is many people forget about that great chin that De La Hoya has. He takes a heck of a punch.
De La Hoya works the body and gets a lot of speed on a good right hand by De La Hoya. He is drilling Mayorga. De La Hoya has saved his talking for the ring. Mayorga helped build up the fight. And now De La Hoya controlling the fight, although there is more life in Mayorga in this round.
But he's got to land something clean. Oscar blocks, or at least partially blocks, most of his punches. Almost all of them.
Double jab by De La Hoya.
Now he's starting to get into it. That was a pretty good right. Mayorga's right hand is still, well, he looked a little wobbly after that, but his right hand is still quick, Mayorga's.
2 jabs by Mayorga. He was a little bit lazy. Then a good right uppercut by Mayorga, and that hurt De La Hoya.
Yes, it did, and De La Hoya nodded his head. He was rocked back. De La Hoya's in some trouble here.
Good right hand again by Mayorga. This is the round we said in which he did it against Vernon Forrest, and he gets a little bit of a rebirth here. Good right uppercut by Mayorga. And De La Hoya knows he's in a fight now. Nice round.
I think Ricardo Mayorga won that round, and he is definitely back in this fight. They're swirling under the eye of Mayorga. Early in the round, Oskar De La Hойя landed a very good uppercut. You saw it there. He tried to follow up, but Mayorga was able to block it. But later on in the round, here's the big shot for Mayorga. A tremendous right hand that drove De La Hойя back and rocked Oskar De La Hойya. You saw his knees get a bit wobbly with that punch.
So into round 4 we go. A fight scheduled for 12 or less. And the or less portion is really looking good now.
That's the favorite at this point.
De La Hойya had Mayorga down in the opening round, almost out a couple times. The eye of Mayorga swelling, and that's going to close rapidly. Yet Mayorga showing that he can get De La Hoya's attention with the right hands. Now there's a big one by De La Hойya. Left hook by De La Hойya. Two excellent body shots by De La Hойya, and his left hook to the body is a terrific shot. De La Hoya's left hooks to the head and body are some of the finest in boxing. Slapping shot by Mayorga as he was retreating, and then he gets the right hand in. You see De La Hoya's gloves up like that. Mayorga's right hand has to go the overland route to get there.
And that's why Oscar's able to block most of those, but he has had some success to the body in this round.
A pair of left hooks.
De La Hoya's, I think, was the harder of the two.
De La Hойya advancing on Mayorga. Jabs by De La Hойya. Good right hand by De La Hойya. Mayorga coming back, and it's blocked. Stiff jab gets in by Mayorga.
Well, let's see if Mayorga can do some work with his jab. If he can start to land the jab, that could spell some trouble for Oskar. He really hasn't until those couple that he did throw a few seconds ago.
Body shots by both as they open it up.
Oh, De La Hойya was trying to tee off on him. He measured him with his left and then threw that right hand. And now the warning from Jane 80.
And the crowd does not want Jane 80 to do anything to St. Oscar.
The right hand from Mayorga.
Good shots here by Mayorga, working the body as he's trying to get closer. He will have to take the risk of getting nailed in order to get a little bit more distance on his punches. De La Hойya with 3 shots. Good right to the head by De La Hойya. Mayorga not moving. Uppercut by Mayorga. Two jabs by Mayorga coming up short. And the good battle continues here.
I'm looking at Oskar there. He doesn't look real sure of things. But again, he's involved in a hellacious fight here. Well, the one thing that you have to keep in mind now is Oskar has a reputation for fading in the late rounds of fights.
And that, of course, galvanized by the Trinidad fight.
Go over there.
Also by the Shane Mosley bouts. Oh, now Mayorga's angry.
Okay.
Clash of heads.
No cut.
No cuts, though.
Time in. Box.
No cut, no foul. And you know that the heads could come together more often. We'd hate to see that.
In the first Shane Mosley fight, you might remember, Oskar had a considerable, almost decisive lead at the end of 6 rounds, but he never won another round after that.
And then, of course, against Trinidad, rounds 10, 11, and 12, he essentially gave away, then got surprised on the cards. Good hook by De La Hойya. Mayorga took it. De La Hойya loading up. Getting a big edge here on the inside, works the body. Mayorga is durable and takes it.
Remember, there were rounds when he took a terrible beating from Tito Trinidad and was getting knocked down, but he kept getting up, and he kept trying to fight back. He's a very brave warrior, Ricardo Mayorga.
He has come to fight tonight, and he's backed up the talk, at least in terms of his attitude.
Well, Oscar's right in front of him.
Yeah, and
flat-footed.
De La Hoya seemed on the verge of victory in rounds 1 and 2, and although he's in control now, that same sense is not there. He would have to do something to get back in that near KO zone.
Good work here from De La Hoya. Excellent.
Mayorga back with 2 jabs and a right hand. Jabbing to the body is Mayorga. 2 jabs by De La Hoya. Jab by De La Hoya.
Oscar looks to me like he's making a concerted effort here to find the finisher. I mean, look at the jab. That's with intent.
Jab and then the left hook by De La Hoya has always been his money shot. Then he gets a shoulder shot in and gets away with it.
He's an expert at that. He knocked out Rafael Ruelas with that in his first big fight.
Hook by De La Hoya. He's trying to load up another big shot. Good right hand by De La Hoya. Mayorga took it.
Oscar is going for it. He's not going wild going for it, but he's looking for the closer.
Right hand by Mayorga, didn't have a whole lot on it. Backs De La Hoya up. 3 shots here by Mayorga, 2 behind the ear, 1 behind the head. Second time he's been warned. That's the least of his problems.
He's going to foul. He's going to do what he has to do, anything he can do to try to win this fight.
You got him good now, man. Keep you backing him up. Anytime you got a man that don't back up, backing up, he in trouble. So all you do, keep on him, hitting his body here and head, all right? Let's go, baby.
Oscar De La Hoya landed 26 punches in that round. Ricardo Mayorga only 7 punches.
And the 4-time ratio is why he was in trouble. As we get into round 6, this is the round that Mayorga predicted he would stop De La Hoya in. Scheduled 12-rounder. De La Hoya came out blazing, electrified this crowd, putting Mayorga on the canvas in round 1 and almost stopping him. He also had him in trouble in round 2. Mayorga showed more life in round 3 and a little bit in the 4th, and De La Hoya took it away in round 5. So here we are in round 6 at the MGM Grand Garden in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Dave Bontempo, along with Rich Marotta, and we're glad you're watching this with us because it's been a lot of excitement.
The 3rd round is the only one that I gave to Mayorga, and it was more or less on the basis of that one big uppercut that he landed that had Oscar in just some momentary trouble.
And De La Hoya working the body. Big shot, Mayorga is hurt. This could be it. He's down for a second time. Mayorga is disoriented. There's a lot of time. He may not get through this round. De La Hoya is an excellent finisher. He'll be jumping on him right here. Can Mayorga stave him off? He's not moving. Good shot here by De La Hoya. Big right hands here. Nady will take a close look. Mayorga is in the danger zone. Big shots here by De La Hoya. 1 or 2 more, and this would be it. Big shots, and that is it. Jay Nady does step in. And Oscar De La Hoya, in the knockout round predicted by his opponent, Ricardo Mayorga, turns the tables and stops him.
It is deafening in here. He's feeling it. This is the feeling he wanted to feel again as he's being carried around the ring. An almost flawless performance from Oscar De La Hoya tonight.
With all the money he has, all the charitable contributions he makes, all the business decisions he makes, that's nice, but it can't give him this. Hey, he promotes the fight and he wins it. Mayorga, just too much speed is what he ran up against. And now the embrace. And you suspect that they're giving each other their props now.
All right, let's take a look at what happened in the finale as De La Hoya put the finisher. We mentioned in the round before, he was looking to do it, and it was a combination of blows, and it was that left hook which really shook him up. Mayorga basically going down, I think, almost voluntarily. He was counted over there, and I really don't know that he wanted to continue. He got up so slow. Jane 80 had to ask him 3 times, do you want to continue? Look at Mayorga, the stunned look on his face. And Oscar went in to apply the finishing blows, and he just unloaded. He was not going to stop punching until this fight was over. Rights and lefts and rights and lefts with Mayorga on the ropes, reminiscent of when Corrales finally stopped Castillo in their fight. Down he went. Oscar actually went down himself. He tripped and went down, but the fight was being called at that very moment by referee Jane 80. There you see Mayorga. He's trying to get away from the blows, and a lot of the blows are being blocked, or he's taking half of them, you know, on his shoulders. But now Oscar beginning to land some of the straight ones. There you see that right get in, another right get in. The right is more successful here, and then that left hand. Too many clean blows, just too many shots. Too many shots to Mayorga's head.
Well, De La Hoya always was an excellent finisher.
And that he was pulling De La Hoya off to stop the fight. Mayorga had had enough. And there's a smile we have not seen in a long time on the face of the Golden Boy.
MGM Grand of Las Vegas, referee Jane 80 steps in and calls a halt to this bout. The official time, 1 minute, 25 seconds of round number 6. The winner by knockout victory, and now the new WBC super welterweight champion of the world, the fighting pride of East LA, the Golden Boy, Oskar De La Hойя.
Well, he's got every right to be that happy.
Well, this is what he wanted. The explosive knockout. De La Hoya landing about twice as much.
Look at the intensity on Oscar's face right here, and that's what I'm talking about.
I think the next time he lets a guy off the hook will be the first time. He does not let hurt fighters get away. One of the better top finishers in the last few years. The Sugar Ray Leonard type of finishing instinct is what he very much reminds you of to go back decades. Leonard,
those nice, sweet guys.
Hurt. Yeah, that's right. Nice, sweet guys will take your lunch.